Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? So, this. I heard about this and I said, is it really solved? Though I'm sure you saw the title of the video and I was just like, I don't know how this would even work. I mean, so Hungary passed this, and apparently it worked really well. Giving women, okay, just listen, giving women a 25% reduction in income tax for each child she has for life. Okay, so like, let's just use me as an example. My son is 27 years old. Okay, so giving me a 25% reduction in income tax for my son for life. Large loans for new married couples. Now, does this predate, or is this as if you were to get married like today? 25% of the loan is forgiven per child. So if you have 4 kids, 100% loan forgiven. So like I said, is that large loan for new married couples predated? So like my son, who's 27, he got married to my daughter-in-law 3 years ago, right? They have 3 children right now. She's pregnant with the 4th. So would that be 100% loan forgiven? Okay. I'm just putting it out there. Okay, so, and because this the country of Hungary has done this, marriages have doubled, divorce rates have been cut in half, a certain procedure, okay, ladies, has been cut in half by more than half. And it turns out that more people want to get married and have children, but they just can't afford it. I'm just so confused. Make this make sense.
The Hungarians have done some interesting stuff. If you're a couple that marries before the age of 30, you get a large loan. For every child you have, 25% of the loan is written off. So if you have 4 children, the loan is completely written off. They're spending about 5% of GDP on this. Very expensive. But if you eliminated stupid and costly climate commitment, lots of foreign aid to countries who hate us, and the money we spend on battery farming foreign nationals in social housing and asylum accommodation, we might be able to make it, and it would be a much more sound investment. They've also said to women, if you have children, for each child you have, 25% of income tax will be knocked off for life. So that means that by the time that you have raised your kids and grown up, if you're running a little business on the side, or you decide to go work full time, you're never going to pay income tax again. So you get a second lease on life the moment your kids have left to go to university and had children of their own. It has upticked the birth rate very slightly. Pretty much everywhere in the world is now sub-replacement birth rate, other than some countries in Africa.
I feel like I saw somewhere that it upticked by 0.1%.
It was 0.2, but the encouraging metrics for the long term is that divorces have halved, abortions have more than halved, marriages have more than doubled. And that was during lockdown, where every single other country in Europe, all of those metrics were flatlining and decreasing.
So, let me get this straight. If you're a couple that marries before the age of 30, does only one of the person that's in the couple have to be younger than 30? Or do both people have to be younger than 30? You get a large loan. How large is the loan? How large is what do they consider a large loan? For every child you have, 25% of the loan is written off. So if you have 4 kids, it's completely written off. They've also said to women, if you have children, for each child you have, 25% of income tax will be knocked off for life. So that means that by the time you have raised your kids and they've grown up, if you're running like, say, like just like a small business, okay? Like this, like actually having a YouTube channel is considered a small business, okay? So use me as an example. Or you decide to work like full-time, whatever the case may be. I'm never going to have to pay income taxes ever again, even though I have a child that's 27 years old and he's married with 4 kids of his own. So you mean to tell me I get a second lease on life the moment my kid, even if he were to, I mean, he is a Marine and everything else, so even if you have a child that goes to like college and they have children of their own, guys, so the divorce rate is cut in half. A certain procedure rate has been cut in half. Marriage rates have doubled. And all of this is happening during lockdown, when we were all in lockdown, when every other country in Europe, these rates that I was just talking about and the metrics were flatlining and decreasing. How the hell is that possible? Is anybody in the community from Hungary? And no, I'm not asking you if you are hungry. I'm asking you if you're from Hungary. I want to talk to you. I want to know. Huh? Reach out to me, please. Explain this to me like I am a 5-year-old. I don't care if you have to write it down in crayon. I need to know, because this to me sounds like a utopia. Okay? And it sounds like we're living in a dystopia, because here in the United States, there's a saying, the more you make, the more they take. So, how the hell is this happening in Hungary? And why isn't it happening everywhere? Somebody, please, who lives in Hungary, get a hold of me. Just saying. Okay, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.